Well, you've talked about this a bunch, but what is the hurdle to getting over this idea of just coming with the same energy every night?
Yeah, it's just having a base and sticking to it. Consistency with this group, consistency on the defensive end. We just got to get back to the level of defense we've been playing all season. That slipped. Our offense has got better, but the defense has slipped a bit. We just got to get back to that, more consistent.
You think mentally, as you guys were scoring so many points, that leads to some of that defensive slippage, thinking you can rely on that?
Yeah, but we've done it all season long. We know that it's the level we can play at. We just got to drill it. Just get more consistent on the defense.
Well, when you don't have a guy like Dre out there, how does that affect you guys on the defensive end?
Dre brings a lot defensively. We got young guys that are trying to fill his role defensively. We miss Dre on that defensive end, but we also got guys that steps up, that has stepped up and played well defensively for us, and Josh and Terrence. So, it's more of a group thing that we all got to get better with.
You talk about the physicality. Where do you think that showed, that disparity of physicality showed tonight?
It just was from the standpoint of boxing out. A lot of rebounds was unreboundable.
So the Thunder just got done playing against the Heat, and you gotta go and look at this game as the Thunder taking on a team with a depleted roster. I mean, the Miami Heat were not a superstar caliber team to begin with. They'll make the playoffs this year, but they are very depleted in terms of who they got on the court and what their starting lineup is. So anyways, man, before I get in this video, just want to say, if you guys like memes, there's a link in the description to an Instagram account you guys can follow. Check out some memes. It is what it is. That's linked down in the description below, so go ahead and check that out. And other than that, let's get right into the video. So my man Russell Westbrook has this kind of tempo when he plays that not too many people can keep up with. Like, literally pretty much no one. LeBron James is big, strong, and fast. LeBron's maybe the only dude who can keep up with Russell Westbrook on the court. And when Russell Westbrook is running, bro, he's running, dude. He's doing a sprint, and he ain't stopping him, all right? Like, he is going to run you over if you are in the way, and if you ain't in the way, he's just going to run right past you. So that's what Russell Westbrook does. And I've been talking about this in a couple of videos, but sometimes his tempo is hard for his teammates to keep up with. Like, Adams can't get across the floor that fast, the court. PG can't either, Carmelo can't. He's pretty much on an island by himself when he's doing all that sprinting transition offense. So it is what it is. But anyways, we got to see Paul George go out there. You guys seen the interview, and just talk about his time with the Thunder, what he's been doing, and he's always been very respectable of this Thunder franchise. He's always been talking highly of OKC and the fans. He's always been talking about, just how great it is to play alongside Russ and Carmelo, and how he's enjoyed this season. He's been talking about that since day one. You can tell he actually enjoys playing with Russ and Carmelo and all the OKC fans and stuff like that. However, once this postseason starts, if the Thunder do not win, and they don't win a championship this year, it's not 100% certain. I'd say it's like a 50-50 toss-up. Depends on what LeBron James decides to do as well, but Paul George, he's going to have a really tough decision to make, probably the hardest decision. If you're LeBron, you probably don't want to play for the Cavs next year, so you get to look at what teams you want to go to. If you're Paul George, you might want to play with the Thunder next year, but you got to look at your home, which is, where LA is. You got to look at your family and friends, and if you want to go through that next season and deal with all that stuff. If you don't, you can consider to stay on, the Thunder and not worry about going to LA and playing where your family watches and your friends watch and all that other good stuff. So he might decide to stay with OKC, or he might decide to go to LA. Seems like a lot of people think if LeBron James goes to LA, that means Paul George is more likely to go to LA as well, which I do also think is true. If this happens though, guys, the Thunder are going to be depleted unless they pick someone else up. So there's a lot of free agents that the Thunder could consider by picking up. It's really going to depend on what PG does, if PG decides to stay with Russ, and it's actually going to depend on what happens now. So if the Thunder get in the postseason and they have a good run, they win a championship, I think that pretty much solidifies that, or guarantees anyway, that, Paul George is probably going to stay on the Thunder. So anyways, man, just wanted to talk about this in this video and how, Paul George has talked so highly of Russ, he's talked highly about the fans, he enjoys the culture and just everything that's been going on with the Thunder. Other than that, guys, that is all I got for today's video. So if you guys are new to this channel, man, make sure you guys subscribe, and that's all I got for today. Stay fresh. I'm out. Peace.